AP evidence points to 600 dead in Mariupol theater airstrike.
Here's a summary of the article.
Amid all the horrors that have unfolded in the war on Ukraine, the Russian bombing of the Donetsk Academic Regional Drama Theatre in Mariupol on March 16 stands out as the single deadliest known attack against civilians to date. The AP investigation recreated what happened inside the theatre on that day from the accounts of 23 survivors, rescuers, and people intimately familiar with its new life as a bomb shelter. The government estimated early on that about 300 people died and has since opened a war crimes investigation, according to a document obtained by the AP. AP journalists arrived at a much higher number through the reconstruction of a 3D model of the building's floor plan reviewed repeatedly by direct witnesses, most from within the theatre, who described in detail where people were sheltering. The AP investigation also refutes Russian claims that the theatre was demolished by Ukrainian forces or served as a Ukrainian military base. Not one person doubted that the theatre was destroyed in a Russian air attack aimed with precision at a civilian target everyone knew was the city's largest bomb shelter, with children in it. On March 9, a Russian airstrike hit a maternity hospital just a few blocks away, and 2 or 3 pregnant women moved to the theatre for safety, according to 2 theatre employees. The survivors from the theatre attack remain haunted by their memories of what the Russians did.
This post received a score of 8,200, with an upvote ratio of 98%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Never let Russia lie about what they did to these people. There was no Ukrainian base in the drama theatre, and Ukrainians did not shell it themselves. There is no ambiguity about what happened. Russia murdered 600 civilians, including children, in a theatre that was marked "Children" in letters so large the sign could literally be seen from space. Recent reports show that Russian soldiers are beginning to dig bodies out of the rubble so they can hide the scale of their atrocities. This is only a fraction of the horror in Mariupol. Never forget. Make sure others don't either.
Wouldn't be the first time Russia has killed hundreds in a theater. Hundreds? Stalin's massacre of the Polish military and bourgeois is something else?
In a theater, being the operative words here. I remember when this happened, but did not know until very recently they used a fentanyl-based gas agent to kill all those inside.
It was still a closely guarded secret to be in possession of such a potent, knockout gas, at the time. Truthfully, it was just Soviet-style obfuscation at its finest. We've been using phenytoin for epidurals in the West for decades. It was synthesized in the 50s for use as an analgesic, though we wouldn't discover until much later the risks of being passed on to the baby. Respiratory arrest is a side effect of most of our potent analgesics, which is why dosage and monitoring is so important.
Fucking despicable.
Russia should be cut off completely from the world. Should have been done years ago.
Russia should have got the North Korea treatment after Crimea. But too many countries were addicted to Russia money and had Russian influence. Hopefully now we can shame our own governments into action.
It's more than money. Russia has an abundance of resources from fossil fuels to agriculture to a variety of minerals that are going to be very important in the future. It's not really feasible to give them the NK treatment, a country who could functionally disappear overnight and it not really matter to anyone else.
We can get them indirectly through India and China then after they lowball Russia. Meanwhile Russia will go to shit and they'll be too weak to do anything of note ever again.
Greater than in Mariupol theater massacre.
Second Ukrainian genocide. Exactly. The Russians, Soviets, whatever the hell they choose to call themselves at any given time, also committed genocide 90 years ago to Ukrainians.
Imagine if Hitler won and was allowed to do whatever. That's basically Stalin and the Soviets.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.